Didn't see you there, guys. Today, I'm going to tell you the story called The Purple Lady. If something precious is lost, then the search must never end until it is found. But sometimes it means paying a high price to win back what has been taken away. The last of the snow was brown and sludgy. Spindly branches clawed an ice blue sky. Nameless birds crouched silently in black silhouette on naked branches, and the air was drifting with crystals. He rubbed a small circle on the steamy, grimy window, through which he could observe this alien world. His search began. Abu had caught the bus to the city. "Where do you want to get off?" the bus driver had demanded. Abu didn't know what to say. "At the end of the line," he replied finally, and sat at the back by himself. He noticed that whereas the fellow passengers had at first looked out greedily at the new spring green countryside, as if they would never see it again, when they reached the outskirts of the city, with its chimneys, factories and apartment blocks, its roads seething with traffic, they now slumped back warily, as if dreading their day at work. A headscarf woman got on and sat next to Abu. As the bus churned along a busy avenue, the pavement streamed with people bundled up in bulky coats, gloves and boots of greys and browns, like the detritus of a slow-moving muddy river. A figure in purple caught his eye, an indeterminate blur at first, visible then invisible, among the heaving throng, rising and falling as if riding on the crest of a wave, coming closer. It could have been a mystical animal from a bestiary. For there was nothing but the swirl of a cloak of purple fur, which enveloped the figure from head to foot, the face lost in the secreted depths of the hood. If anyone on the bus noticed, they didn't show it. On the contrary, they dropped their gaze, some put on dark glasses, turned their heads away from the windows, and huddled close together as if in earnest conversation. Most of all, they held their children tight. Behind the figure, a pack of wild dogs broke up the rhythm of the crowds. Grey wolf-like forms threaded their predatory way along the pavement like bodyguards and stopped in front of some tall purple iron-wrought gates. The figure paused, motionless, staring through the railings, its purple cloak quivering as if like an alert animal. Its fur was about to stand on end. Abu couldn't see anything on the other side, only a swirling mist that shrouded everything. But as the bus edged forward, Abu turned his head and saw a woman's hand emerge from the cloak. A thin grey hound wound about her knees like a serpent. Briefly, she tossed back her head, and he was sure he heard a thin animal-like howl. Then both women and hound were on the other side of the locked gates, as if, like a coil of mist, they had simply slipped through the bars. The bus moved on. "What is that place?" Abu whispered to the woman next to him, who clutched a basket on her knees. She bowed her head and looked steadfastly at a bony finger clutching her basket. "You shouldn't ask, you shouldn't look," she muttered. "Do you know what happens to anyone who catches the eye of the Purple Lady? Even to look into the eyes of her hounds is to be damned." "You mean these are the gates to the kingdom of the Purple Lady?" "Shh!" the woman shuddered. "You should never take this route into town. It is a cursed place. My daughter was kidnapped by the Purple Lady. Every week I take this bus and hope that maybe one day I'll see her again. But I'm a coward," she wept. "Every time we near these dreadful gates, I dare not look. Yet I know my daughter is inside those grounds. All of us on this bus have lost someone. See, none of them is looking." Abu glanced around. One lady had drawn her veil across her eyes. A man buried his face in his scarf, and another held up a newspaper so that it touched his nose. Abu felt his body go hot and cold in turn with terror and excitement. So it was true. There was a Purple Lady, and this was where she lived. Had he at last found the place where his sister Layla was being held prisoner? Ooh, maybe you'll have to wait and find out another time. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. See you soon.